Only 2 countries in the planet have not reopened their campuses and classrooms to in-person learning. And the more economically and educationally challenged Venezuela is set to resume face-to-face classes this month. And as PTV senior correspondent Eunice Amonte reports, the DEPED is scrambling to get pre-selected schools ready for its pilot run mid-next month, even as lawmakers agonize and bicker on the extended delay.
At the Senate hearing of the Basic Education Committee earlier, senators confronted DEPED officials about the fact that the Philippines is one of the last countries to resume face-to-face classes, while the rest of the world has already made adjustments in this global crisis.
As of today ba, tayo na lang all over the world yung hindi pa nag-impact?
Based on UNICEF information, there are only 2 countries in the world that are still closed in terms of classes. I think it's us and 1 country in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. No?
Hindi ba Venezuela and us? Pero I
Philippines.
think yung Venezuela will open na this month. They open na this month.
Being one of the 2 is nothing to be proud of, no? Because we have to remember, even before the pandemic, we have a lot of issues on the quality of our education. No? So the pandemic will really wreak a lot of, will really do a lot of damage in our system, education system.
Senators pointed out that if the youth are allowed to go out to the restaurants and malls, then all the more they should be allowed to go back to schools. According to DEPED, they are already making the needed preparations for pilot testing of face-to-face classes. Yusek Nepomuceno Malaluan emphasized the importance of face-to-face learning compared to just staying at home.
Napakahalaga at hindi dapat maiwan kung kaya natin na magkaroon ng face-to-face classes. Kahit pa on a in limited form during this time of the pandemic, mayroon din po talagang mga activities na hindi kayang gawin sa mga tahanan.
According to the Health Department, there are 59 schools approved for the pilot test out of 638 nominated schools, mostly from Visayas and Mindanao.
We have included in the joint memo circular the capacities for minimum public health standards, because this has to be ensured in every school that will be included into this face-to-face pilot implementation.
The pilot implementation of face-to-face classes is targeted to start on November 15, 2021 and will run until January 31, 2022, while March 7 is the target start of the expansion of face-to-face classes. Senators ask if the DEPED and DOH is prepared in case unprecedented events happen, like if someone would test positive in the classrooms.
If a child arrives with a runny nose, at wala yung magulang niya, paano siya pauwiin? Diba? Yung mga contingency plans like that.
There should be an isolation or a waiting area at the entrance of the school. So once that a student or a teacher would be identified with symptoms, they will be quickly isolated. And then their barangay health emergency response team or their local government will be quickly informed, as well as for their parents and their guardians.
Senate Basic Education Committee Chairman Senator Wing Gatchalian said the vaccination of teachers should be prioritized to help in these kinds of situations, especially now that only 57% of the teachers are vaccinated. DEPED assured the Senate that they have checklists from the Joint Memorandum Circular to ensure the safety of the parents and their children. Eunice Amonte for The Nation.